lot of money on infrastructure requirement, on right social welfare requirement. But even on this side, there is a lot of pressure on your financing. Okay. Finally, subsidies given by the government. Populism. Subsidies given by the government. Free electricity, free food grains. Whether this is good or bad, I'm not discussing that. We'll discuss when I take up subsidy separately. Right? But have you seen more and more state governments, central government providing more and more subsidies? So now the question arises, if you keep on providing subsidies, are they going to provide more benefit or they are going to lead to negative consequences in the future? But more importantly, today, if you provide subsidy, your revenue expenditure will be higher. If your revenue expenditure is higher, right, it will lead to, right, basically fiscal deficit. Okay, right. So these are some of the challenges regarding public expenditure management. Public expenditure management. Okay. Now, what is the way forward? What is the way forward? What reforms should be implemented strictly? One is FRBM Act. We have discussed FRBM Act. Under FRBM Act, what is the target of RD? 0%. What is the target for FD? 3%. So if I can reduce FD and RD to FRBM targets, don't you think our finances are much more stronger compared to earlier situation? We have merged a railway budget with a union budget. I've already told you this. Right? Railway budget was basically a practice. It was not a constitutional requirement. It was just a practice. So Government of India from 2016-17 said there is no need to have a separate railway budget. We will merge it into union budget itself. Rationalization of subsidies, right? Rationalization, right? Please tell me, did we discuss one method how government is rationalizing subsidies? Let me know. Sir, you have not discussed anything related to rationalization. I've given you example of LPG subsidy. Correct. I've given you example of LPG subsidy while solving one of the questions earlier. Right. I said earlier, all the houses were given LPG subsidy, but now under the system called as a direct benefit transfer, only certain number of houses are given LPG subsidy, which is nothing but rationalizing. Right. There is also a system which has been implemented by the government, PFMS, Public Financial Management System. Under PFMS, we are basically trying to track. PFMS is a system, very simple, it's a system. We are trying to find out how much expenditure is being incurred, for which state how much money is going, for which subsidy how much money is given by the government, who are the beneficiaries. All of that data you can get it from Public Financial Management System, PFMS. Right, so these are some of the government measures for effective public expenditure management. Okay. How second point decreases deficit. My dear, earlier railway budget was prepared by railway ministry and other expenditures were prepared by finance ministry. Now please tell me, what is the effective way for incurring expenditure? Two different ministries preparing expenditure budgets, or only one ministry preparing expenditure budgets for railways, roadways, waterways, airports, etc. What do you think? What does your mind say? Which is more efficient methodology? Don't you think if you want to have a seamless transportation model, I repeat, if you want to have a multi-sector model, seamless transportation throughout India, only one authority should be taking care of all the expenditures regarding infrastructure in India. That is the reason. That is the reason all of these have been brought under finance ministry now. Okay. Next, distinguish between capital budget and revenue budget. Explain the component of both of these budgets. Okay. Let me know. Did we discuss what is the capital budget? What is the revenue budget? Let me know. I'll repeat it. Have you come across the term capital budget and revenue budget? If the question is asked for 250 words, can you write? If the question is asked for 150 words, can you write? In fact, this question was asked for 150 words. This was asked for 150 words. So tell me now, don't you think for these kind of questions, the challenge that you will face is writing this in 150 words? I hope you understand. The challenge that you will be facing is how do you compile everything that you discussed in 150 words? right? So we have already discussed it's basically a factual question, a basic question, right? Practice it. Next one, women empowerment in India needs gender budgeting. What are the requirements and the status of gender budgeting in Indian context? Please tell me, did we discuss gender budgeting? That question can be asked on anything, right? Please understand. And please tell me now, you can get the first concept in the book. You can get the first concept. That is, what is gender budgeting? They would have given the definition. They would have discussed certain point. But do you think you will get the second point's answer? Again, second part, answer to the second part in the book. Right? Do you think the book will provide you what is the present context of gender budgeting in India? Absolutely no. If you don't trust me, check it. They will not give it. Then, sir, where do I get it? Current affairs. You will get it in the current affairs. Sir, especially where? Which current affairs? After the budget is announced on the 1st of February, in the subsequent days, many newspapers will discuss what has Government of India done for gender budgeting. That is where you will get the context. I hope you understand this. After the budget is announced, and in the next couple of days, every newspaper will do the analysis of the budget. But I'm pretty sure all the newspapers, right? Of course, I've not seen this practice by Hindu, but at least other newspapers, let's say for example, Financial Express does it, Indian Express does it, Mint does it. They will give you information regarding how much is the gender budgeting, how much was the gender budgeting done last year, what has happened this year, what has happened under part A, what has happened under part B. All this information is provided. So model is very simple here for answer. Start with a definition of a gender budgeting, right? In certain points, write why gender budgeting is required. Then what is the status, right? What is the status of gender budgeting? Most of the funds are allocated for schemes which are not targeting only, which are not targeting completely the women beneficiaries. These are targeting all the beneficiaries. Part A, Part B scheme. Please go back to that. Right, as a percentage of total expenditure, there has not much been changed. It is generally around 5 to 6%. There is a need to audit and ascertain, right, what is the progress of schemes which are being implemented. Lot of ministries are not involved. We need to increase the participation of various ministries as well as departments. Funds are allocated, but utilization rates are generally lower. We also need to ensure whenever the allocation is done, utilization rates are increased. Right, so this is basically the concept of gender budgeting, and this is a way forward for you people. Okay, done. Right, so these are the questions which have appeared, right, which have appeared in the context of the fiscal policy in the last couple of years. PFMS. PFMS is a system that has been developed by Government of India. Using this system, at any point of time, government can get information such as how many schemes they are implementing. Under this scheme, how much funds have been allocated, how much have been utilized, for which state, how much funds have been released, how much are yet to be released, etc. All of this information is at the fingertip of Government of India. They can retrieve this information using PFMS. Okay, done. So that is basically the discussion regarding the questions here. Please go through this. Please go through. Do not make a mistake of ignoring previous year questions. Previous year questions will provide you a lot of information regarding what is the area of priority for UPSC. Okay, now let's start. Solve the questions now. Okay, 47% have answered correctly. Let me start. with reference to IFC Masala bond, sometimes given below is or are correct. International Finance Corporation, which offers these bonds, is an arm of the World Bank. Now, please understand, World Bank, right, basically consists of multiple institutes. World Bank is a group of institutions. One of the institutions is IFC, International Finance Corporation. So it was this IFC which was which was the authority which issued the IFC Masala bond. So first statement is correct. They are the rupee denominated bonds and are source of debt financing for the public and private sector. World Bank, that is IFC, issued these bonds, collected the money, provided it for financing of infrastructure in India for both public sector as well as private sector. So even the second statement is correct. 1 and 2 are correct. Right option for the question will be right option C here. But sir, you didn't tell about World Bank. My dear, please check it. When I discussed masala bonds, I made it a point to say that these can be issued by institutions as well. Right? I made it a point to say that I said these are issued by the institutions as well. Please check it. Please check. I've written it as well. Right? And moreover, please understand my point here. This was their current affairs 3 to 4 years ago. This was there in the current affairs 3 to 4 years ago. Suddenly, if it is there in the current affairs, can UPSC pick up a question? Let me know. Can UPSC pick up a question suddenly from current affairs? Of course, yes. You cannot say faculty did not discuss it, so you can't ask me. You can't say that. I hope you understand. You can't say that. They will pick it up. For example, this is one homework for you. Please read. It is your duty to read. Please read. Have you come across now a tool used by SEBI, introduced by SEBI, CDMDF? Let me see how many of you have read the newspapers now. Have you come across a tool that was used, launched by SEBI very recently, CDMDF? If you say no, sir, then I will understand 100% you are not reading newspaper. Simple. Right? I for sure will understand 100% you are not reading newspapers. Right? This is very, very important as far as I'm concerned. Can be asked in UPSC prelims next year. Right? Very recently it was there in the newspaper, announced in the budget, and launched very recently. Now, like this, after 1 month, one more tool can be launched by government. Can you go to UPSC and say economic classes are over, so you cannot ask me a question after economic class, whatever current affairs is there? Don't do that. It is your duty to read, my dear. Become serious now. Get serious. It is your duty to read. Please read the newspapers very much with attention, with focus. Right? So this is your homework. This is your assignment. Take it up. Okay. So that was there in the current affairs. Hence they've asked from current affairs. 59% have answered correctly. Why? What is the problem? Let's start. Commercial paper is a short-term unsecured promissory note. Correct or wrong? Please do let me know. Commercial paper is short-term. Yes. Is it a promissory? Promissory means what? Issuer is promising repayment. That's it. I've told the term promissory note at least 4 to 5 times now. Promissory means the issuer is promising a payment. That's a promissory note. So commercial paper is a short-term unsecured. Yes. Promissory note. Correct. Certificate deposit is a long-term instrument. Is certificate deposit long-term instrument? And moreover, is it issued by RBI? No. Right? Statement 2 is wrong. Third one, call money is a short-term finance used for interbank transaction. Do you remember yesterday's discussion? Bank one will lend to another bank. because bank too would require money for short duration, for 1 day, for 7 days, etc. Yes, zero coupon bonds are interest bearing. Do you think zero coupon will provide you interest? No, these do not have any coupon rate. They have zero coupon rate. So fourth one is wrong. So one is correct, three is correct. Right option will be option C here. Now same question, in order to increase the complexity, can they change options? Think of it. Same question, nothing changes. Can they increase the complexity by changing option? Only one statement is correct. Only two statements are correct. Only three statements are correct. All the four statements are correct. So be aware of those kind of, right? Meaning again, I've told you this at least 10 times as of now. I'll repeat it. Keep your concepts fundamentals clear. Keep your concepts clear. Doesn't matter whatever kind of option pattern they will follow, you'll be able to solve them. Next one. Okay, 57% have answered correctly. It should have been higher. With reference to Indian economy, what are the advantages of inflation indexed bonds, IIB? IIBs were issued 10 years ago by Government of India. More than 10 years ago by Government of India. You know when this question was asked by UPSC? Last year. I hope you understand. IIBs were issued by Government of India more than 10 years ago. UPSC asked this question on IIB last year. So government can reduce the coupon rates on its borrowing by way of IIBs. Correct? Statement 1 is correct. Second one, IIBs provide protection to the investors from uncertainty regarding inflation. Correct. The interest received as well as capital gains on IIBs are not taxable. Please, those who are asking how statement 1 is correct, yesterday's video is available to all of you. Play it. Go to the point where I've discussed IIBs. I've discussed point number 1, point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. And the fun part is, I told you that this was asked by UPSC. See, how do you people remember in 24 hours? If you don't trust me, please go to yesterday's videos after today's class is over, play the video and start from inflation indexed bonds discussion. Let me know whether I've told you these points. I said government will be able to reduce the cost of borrowing. I took bond 1, bond 2, gave an explanation. I said, right, all these are taxable also. And at the same point of time, I told you UPSC had asked this question earlier. Right? I told you UPSC had asked a question on this earlier. Right? And today you are making a mistake on it. Right? So point 1 is correct, point 2 is correct, third point is wrong. So right option will be option A, 1 and 2 only. And those who are arguing, sir, you have not told this yesterday, do me a favor, my dear. Do me a favor. And this is a favor for yourself also. To understand what is your memory capacity. Check the discussion on inflation index bond. Then tell me, sir, I checked the complete discussion on IIB. Nowhere you have told about this. Let me know. Those who are arguing, no, sir, you are lying. You have not told. Check it. Check it. Let's go to the next one. This was asked this year only. Arre Baba, why 52% have answered this? Why? What is the issue? Consider the following markets. How many of the above are included in the capital market? Point number one, government bond market. Please tell me, is it part of capital market or money market? Is it part of capital market or not? Of course, yes. Bond market is a capital. Arre, sir, money market. How? What is the argument? After discussing so much, what is the argument? Yesterday, did we discuss this or not? At least tell me that. Right, I'll tell you. There is a table. Check it. Check with annotations. Please check with annotations. There's a table. On one side, there's a money market. On the other side, there's a capital market. I've written treasury bill. I've written in the PPT also, treasury bill, maturity less than 1 year or more than 1 year. I asked you a question. Then I said government bonds, maturity more than 1 year, where it will fall. I asked you a question. So yesterday I've discussed, today you have forgotten. Great. Within 24 hours, you people are forgetting. So government bond market, capital market. Call money market, straightforward, right? Money market. Treasury bill, money market. Stock market, it is capital market. So 1 and 4 are right. Right option will be option B, only 2. Now this is a concerning factor for you. Trust me, this should be a concern for you. You are discussing it yesterday. Today you are forgetting, my dear. Why? It shows that your memory capacity is very weak. Second, it shows to what extent you are concentrated in the classroom. And third, mainly it shows how much you are revising. Mainly it shows to what extent you are revising. Right? So you take a call based on all of these. You take a call whether you want to be sitting with concentration, whether you want to revise or not. You take a call. Done? Okay, so this is the discussion regarding financial market. Let me enter into the next concept, international trade. Very, very important chapter, international trade. Before that, if there are any questions, let me know. We can take a small break. After that, we can start with the discussion now. Okay. Why don't companies directly issue masala bonds? Companies are also allowed to issue masala bonds. Who said companies are not allowed to issue masala bonds? Companies are also allowed to issue masala bond. But what is the function of World Bank? Function of World Bank will be to provide financing for development of infrastructure project. So it is satisfying that function using masala bonds. That's it. Fed tapering we'll discuss later. Don't worry. What is postal deficit in revenue expenditure? What is the context? I don't know. I don't know what is the context, why government, what number they have written. I absolutely have no idea from where you have picked up this. They are short term, how they are example of zero coupon. My dear, question is, the treasury bills are short term, but how they are example of zero coupon. Please look at yesterday's lecture. Did I say this or not? That is, zero coupon simply means any instrument, any instrument which will be issued at a discount, and after maturity you will get the face value. Please do let me know, did I say this or not? I said a zero coupon means any instrument which is issued at a discounted value, but upon maturity you will get face value. Now zero coupon as a concept can be introduced in short term instrument. In fact, check annotations yesterday, I've written this also. Can be issued in the form of long-term instrument also. So in case of short-term, best example is a certificate of deposit, commercial papers, right, as well as the treasury bills. Whereas the long-term, right, we have long-term zero coupon bonds. That's it. Okay, it can be for short-term as well as a long-term. It's a concept. It is basically a concept. Okay, done. So let's take a pause now. We'll restart the discussion at 8:16. We'll restart the discussion at 8:16. Take a 10 minutes break.